Les chaussures sont importantes pour protéger les pieds contre les maladies, les pierres et autres objets dangereux. Mais cet homme n'a pas porté de chaussures au cours des 2 dernières années.
The day I helped my grandmother recover from cancer, breast cancer, is the day I knew the power of grounding.
Et même ses visiteurs ne sont pas autorisés à porter des chaussures dans son complexe.
Daktari kutuambia tutovaa viatu, nikasema wacha tujaribu tu, cause asema Mother Nature is the best medicine.
Cette fois, nous sommes dans un endroit appelé The Human Garage. Si vous êtes déjà allé dans un garage, c'est probablement parce que votre voiture a un certain problème mécanique. Mais que se passe-t-il s'il y a un garage pour les gens?
That I called the Human Garage. I didn't want to call it a clinic because a clinic is where you go to get the medicine, and I don't give any medicine. I also didn't want to call it a clinic because what I do is restoration. I restore function. It's restoration. You lose function for whatever reason, and I help you to regain that function that you have lost.
Voici le docteur Amissi Ali, le fondateur de ce garage. Il se promène pieds nus et encourage les autres à en faire de même.
Because whenever we step on the ground, we charge the body. So for example, if you buy a cell phone, when you use it and it finishes the charge, do you throw it away? No, you have to plug it in to charge. The same thing happens to the human being. When our body is supposed to connect to the ground, just like any car cannot function without an earth wire. Any house cannot function without an earth wire. So our earth wire comes through grounding. Okay? So whenever we walk barefoot, we gain this ability of the body to be electrified, to be recharged. When you don't touch the ground, you don't connect with Mother Nature, what happens is you start touching surfaces and you get shock. You touch someone, you get shock. You touch a metal, you get shock. That is a key indicator that you have a lot of inflammation in the body.
Dr Amissi était un médecin professionnel au Kenya et il portait des chaussures comme la plupart d'entre nous. Mais plus tard, après avoir mené beaucoup de recherches, il a appris qu'éviter les chaussures peut guérir les maladies et fournir d'autres avantages aux êtres humains. Il est la raison de cette étrange habitude et il conseille à ses patients d'éviter les chaussures depuis très longtemps, depuis qu'il en est venu à se rendre compte des avantages de cette habitude.
After about 5 years of research, I decided in the last now 3 years to walk barefoot. And benefits of walking barefoot are humongous. Number one, we need to understand that our foot has 33 joints. Our spine has 33 joints. So why 33? You have to ask yourself that question. And when I asked myself that question, I realized the body also moves in 3 planes of motion. You move forward and back. You go to the side and back. You rotate and back. The foot does the same when you walk. When you walk and you put your foot down, your heel hits down, you step down, your body moves forward. Meaning all the 33 joints of the foot, when you stepping forward, they move forward. Therefore, they also move all the 33 joints of the spine forward. When you fully put your foot on the ground and you want to lift the other leg, you have to shift slightly. Yes, to lean on that leg. That means your 33 joints of the foot move the whole body to the side, moving the whole 33 joints of the spine to the side. And then when you're now taking off so that you put the other foot down, you rotate.
You're rotating.
You get it? Again, you move all the 33 joints. Therefore, walking barefoot enables your foot to be able to move all the joints because the ground will not support them, will not support your foot. It will allow however you step, it's how the joints will move. When you wear shoes, on the other hand, you have a sole, you have something rigid. This thing does not give your foot the opportunity to have every single joint move independent. That's why we're having a lot of disc herniations, we're having a lot of disc pain, because our spines are getting rigid and stuck together. Instead of the spine being mobile, the spine is getting stuck.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's why when ladies wear, for example, They wear high heels, and all their toes are compressed into one point, and then they are up. They change the posture, and in a few years, they come to me crying of their back, of their knee, of headache, of neck pain. Okay, same thing. Someone will say, okay, me, I wear slippers. Slippers are even worse, because when you wear slippers, in the traditional slippers, you have to grab with your toe. When you do this for a long time, this is your neck is your complaint. And if your neck is the complaint, this will complain. You have vision. You'll be short-sighted or something. You'll also have headaches.
L'homme est très familier avec cette vie, mais certains de ses patients pensaient qu'il était un escroc et ignoraient surtout ses demandes d'enlever leurs chaussures, tout comme cette fille. La première fois que le docteur Amissi m'a demandé d'enlever mes chaussures, j'ai tellement ri et je pensais que c'était un de ces médecins escrocs. J'avais l'habitude de voir des médecins qui sont toujours propres et qui portaient des bonnes suites ajustées. Quand j'ai vu le docteur Amissi pieds nus, j'ai été choqué. Je pensais qu'il utilisait des esprits maléfiques ou autre chose. Quand Ouella est arrivée ici, elle souffrait de diabète, une maladie qui s'est développée à l'âge de 3 ans et à l'âge d'environ 21 ans. Son diabète a provoqué d'autres complications de santé, y compris des lésions rénales et de l'hypertension. Au fur et à mesure que sa santé devenait de plus en plus compliquée, elle a été amenée chez le docteur Amissi et la première chose était d'enlever ses chaussures, ce qu'elle n'a pas fait.
Service requires repair, requires restoration. Let me explain. When you come to me and you have no complaint like you now, we would say you need some service. Your body needs to be serviced so that it can continue functioning properly to optimize your health. If you have an injury, an ankle sprain, a backache that is not so severe, it's not so serious, you come here for repair. And if you have arthritis, you have blood pressure, you have constipation, you have acidity, you have diabetes, you come here for restoration because the car is already broken down. So, as a young physician, I started my work 23 years ago at the hospital. And having worked in various prestige hospitals within Kenya and abroad, I came to realize that for people to heal, they require more than just a one way of symptom management. They require a better understanding of how they function.
Il a travaillé dans différents hôpitaux, mais a toujours été fasciné des façons traditionnelles dont les Africains se comportaient avant que les Blancs ne viennent les coloniser. L'homme avait également vu comment son père et son grand-père avaient l'habitude de les guérir avec de l'herbe. Toutes ces expériences l'ont motivé à quitter son emploi de médecin dans les hôpitaux modernes pour commencer ses garages.
2018. We were at home. In the evening, I went home, and my grandmother said she wanted to talk to me. So I went to see her, and she's like, she opened her bra, and there was this big one. There was this pimple that was very painful. She was crying like a baby, and I'm like, okay. So when I saw it, and I knew it was cancer, and my body froze. I was like, what am I gonna do? So I told her, now this thing needs to be taken to hospital. We need to go and see a doctor. She said, I don't want to go to hospital, and if you take me to hospital, I'll leave you a curse. What do you mean? Now what do you want me to do with this? She said, you're a doctor. Do what you think you can do to help me relieve the pain. We leave the rest to God. I used fascia manipulation by Stecco. Okay, and because she was in a lot of pain, I didn't rub. I used acupuncture needles on the Stecco points. And after an hour, my grandmother was not in pain. Her body has just calmed down. So when I came down, I was like, maybe I take her out to walk barefoot. So I took her out, and we put chairs out, and we sat like this. And the more we sat, the more comfortable she got. And I started wondering, okay. Anyway, we stayed, and then we stayed 2 weeks, and we treated her again. And then another 2 weeks, we treated her again. The fourth treatment, the wound started to
get lost.
To close, yes, to get lost. And I was like, And this is after I had taken her to hospital. I mean, she had been taken to hospital for dressing, and the doctor had chased us away, saying, if we are not going to do oncology tests and all that thing, we should not go back there. So I was in a catch-24. My grandmother does not want to go to hospital. The doctors don't want to treat her because I've not done any cancer screening and stuff like that. But then I said, even if we do this cancer screening, that already we can see it's cancer.
It's cancer.
You know, we don't need to do. I mean, we don't need the imaging to confirm. We can see it. Number one. Number two, even if we do, what will change in her care management? She'll either be put on chemo or she'll have her breast cut. Now, my grandmother at 80, cutting her breast was not something that was I could imagine, and also herself she would not agree. Okay, she believed I could help her. For me, encouraged me even more. And I think the reason why she had believed I would help her is because a few years earlier she had suffered from serious constipation. And this serious constipation had her admitted for almost a month in hospital. But she was out in. But when we worked with this method, her constipation went, okay? Her blood sugar stabilized.
So she saw it.
So she saw the power in this. She believed it, and I did.
Thank God for grandmother. Oh God.
So after 6 treatments, the wound was completely closed. Yes, the wound was completely closed, and then the lady was healthy. And then now I decided, okay, I need now to be more creative. I decided to introduce her now to Tai Chi. You know, those Chinese exercises. You know, I also decided to introduce her to swimming again. You know, Tai Chi is free. You can just watch YouTube. You can go to YouTube, look Tai Chi for beginners. It's free. You learn how to do the movements. Cold, water, swimming is free. And then I also had to get her to hydrate, drink more water regularly.
Aujourd'hui, le docteur Amici s'occupe des différents patients de tout le pays, y compris certains qui viennent de pays lointains. Il prétend avoir guéri des maladies graves comme le cancer. Il conseille aux gens tout de même de continuer à aller aux hôpitaux modernes.
I'm not saying people should not go to hospital. People should not mistake me for this. But when we look at health today, hospital is a bridge. Hospital is a bridge that helps you to cross from one side to the other. So when you are in that emergency, you have had a car crash, when you have a heart attack, when you have pneumonia, when you have an acute situation, go to the hospital. But once you cross that bridge to the other side, you need to leave sick care, which is the hospital type of setup, to wellness care. You have to do things naturally so that you minimize the side effects and you optimize your possibilities of restoration of your full body functionality so that you can help your body and your immune system to function better.
Ces patients sont les premiers témoins de ces méthodes, car certains prétendent être venus jusqu'ici après avoir fait des soins médicaux dans des hôpitaux modernes. C'est le cas de Ouela qui avait visité différents hôpitaux, mais son état s'est souvent aggravé au lieu de se rétablir. J'avais réalisé que marcher pieds nus peut aider les gens à guérir plus rapidement. Je peux le recommander aux gens, ce n'est pas si compliqué. Ce qu'il faut, c'est de sortir et marcher pieds nus pendant 1 ou 2 heures et vous vous sentirez mieux. Je peux en témoigner parce que mon diabète est apparu pour la première fois à l'âge de 3 ans. C'était grave et difficile à gérer et à l'âge de 12 ans, cela a provoqué l'hypertension et j'ai été mis sous traitement médical. Mon médecin m'a dit que j'avais développé des problèmes rénaux et que j'aurais besoin d'une intervention chirurgicale à tout moment. Quand j'avais 21 ans, ma santé s'est détériorée et j'avais des infections. Mes yeux ont disparu et je pouvais à peine voir quoi que ce soit et je ne pouvais pas aussi marcher. Je peux dire fièrement que je vis aujourd'hui, je suis en bonne santé. Les gens devraient marcher pieds nus et même si cela semble bizarre, retirez vos chaussures et vous vous sentirez mieux. Voici Francis Ngombigadjou qui prend également des traitements dans ce garage. Au cours des 6 derniers mois, il affirme que sa vie a complètement changé depuis qu'il a commencé à marcher pieds nus. J'ai connu cet endroit grâce à un ami. À ce moment-là, je ne pouvais pas marcher, je ne pouvais que ramper à cause de la maladie que j'avais. Je prends des conseils médicaux dans cet endroit depuis 6 mois maintenant et j'ai toujours été pieds nus. Ma vie change si rapidement et je me rétablis lentement. C'est le même cas avec Nancy Ouagali. Elle est venue ici quand elle ne pouvait pas marcher seule. Elle avait des problèmes de toutes sortes, son foie, sa vue et bien d'autres. Mais elle va maintenant mieux grâce à l'intervention du docteur Amissi. Quand je suis venu ici pour la première fois, je ne pouvais pas marcher, je ne pouvais rien faire. Mais maintenant, je me rétablis lentement. J'ai appris que je peux vivre sans mettre des chaussures tout le temps. Cette leçon m'a été extrêmement utile. Quand je suis ici ou à la maison, je ne porte pas de chaussures. Divers chercheurs ont démontré que le port de chaussures pendant une longue période peut avoir des impacts négatifs, y compris la stabilité et l'équilibre de la structure du corps. Il est donc conseillé aux gens de porter des chaussures plates plutôt que des chaussures longues comme des hauts talons. Si vous le pouvez, évitez également de porter des chaussures pendant une certaine période.
Reduce the amount of inflammation in your body naturally. Therefore, we say at the Human Garage that sleep right or sleep enough, eat right, move right, drink enough, and most importantly, breathe deep. Because Mother Nature is the best doctor, and barefooting is the barefoot doctor's prescription. Keep it between stretch and relaxation, because pain is not a lifestyle.
Merci d'avoir suivi ce document. Voici Afromax Français. S'il vous plaît, abonnez-vous pour nous suivre.